Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today I'm at a very special place getting ready for the Go Throw Tour. That's right, we're here at the Hideaway Disc Golf Ranch, the #1 rated course in Texas on UDisc in 2024. I think number 34, number 38, something like that in the world rankings as well. So a well-touted course that has a great variety of open and wooded lines to challenge the best in the world. And this weekend, a lot of your favorite players are going to be here at the Hideaway duking it out. So come check it out. Saturday, Sunday's the competition. Tomorrow, Friday, there's a skins match. Right now, I'm giving you this intro from the tee of hole 8A, the island hole. So I figured might as well give you some bonus ace runs. Also, you're welcome. I fixed the fountain earlier. You're welcome, Joe and Nikki. I threw a skip shot, or attempted skip shot. It hit the fountain so hard that boom, it turned back on. So hole 8A is back to its glory. Now let's go check out the Hideaway. One more skip shot, and then let's go see you on the tee of hole 1. Boop. Island hopping. Hole 1 at the Hideaway is 441 feet. Kind of a smash and dash, I like to call it. Bomb one out there. Do you go over the fence, over the out of bounds, or do you like the low play as a right-hand, backhand player, try to skip it in? I've been liking the low play. Kobe Bryant, Cloudbreaker. See if we can get that Texas winter ground play. A little short, but in line. You will see a lot of the players go over the top here because they don't really want to deal with this wall of mesquite and the juniper hanging out in front of the basket here. Feels like a little bit too much of a luck play, but I feel like this first gap's really big. And even if you do hit these trees, you still have a putt at it. But if you keep it low, I feel like you have a better chance at that skip ace possibly. We got a putt through the V of the trees from about 60. Yeah, the height was a bit of an issue and I didn't want to hit that branch. Let's see if player B's fearless. Yeah, player A was playing smart golf. And you know what? That's fine with me. One of the best things about the Hideaway is it offers optionality for the players. Hole 2, 634 feet. It's a beautiful par 4. What's up, Matt? How you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Good to see you. Oh, Matt Jarinator, go check out his course. Pretty fun to play. We shot a video out there. Had a bobcat kill a rabbit. Had it in its mouth, walk across the fairway as we're breaking down like hole 9 or something. So you got to go back and check that out. We were playing with Luke Humphreys. Crazy stuff. All right. Anyways, amazing par 4 here. There is an over-the-top shot if you're feeling real frisky, but it definitely leads into more trouble than maybe necessary. You can go putter, you can go driver, try to go for that big shot like I said. So many different ways to play this one. I'm going to go with that Ella Kid Envy. Play it simple. You can see these bare trees straight ahead of us, all these small ones. There's about 6 right there in a line, and there's one that's off the cluster to the left of that juniper there. That's my aim point. If I can go just in front of that tree, I'm going to be pretty happy leaving myself a tunnel shot and probably another Envy play. Ooh, a little flat and wide. Let's see if the Envy gives me that late fade that it's signature for. Ooh, and it does. I kind of squeaked just in front of that stand of bare trees. Gonna be a hairy upshot. Par at worst, but the birdie is gonna be a little bit tougher than I'd like. As I mentioned, a little bit pinched here on the bunker. I got a couple options. I'm kind of thinking get on a knee and pop a forehand. I got this old 2016 or 2017 Sexton Firebird. Also, watch out for mesquite thorns as you get on a knee out here. You could impale yourself, as a lot of these trees are mesquite. So double check before you get on that knee. I'm looking to just pop hyzer out of the hand. Get some nice Texas slide after we catch the ground play. And I love how much straight push I can get out of that distance. It's so seasoned. Left ourselves with a long bit at it. Happy with that. Conservative, but still good. About 50-55 feet here. Wait, let's see what the wind's doing. Coming at the face, thanks to that loop bag with the CO stamp for letting us know and giving us the grip. Ooh, a little flatter. I thought the wind would maybe keep it up, but it kind of died after that gust right there. Either way, after being slightly off on the tee shot, I need to throw it a little more pure in order to give myself a clean swing so I can throw the backhand in on the second. Par, never bad on a hole like this. Definitely got to earn the birdie with 2 good shots, but if not, don't try to be a hero. The difficulty of a hole here, like hole 3, is hard to capture on camera. This initial gap, pretty narrow, only about a wingspan wide. After that, you got to move the disc gently from the left to the right. A little bit of a ravine in front of the basket that wraps around the back as well, making for not the smoothest, easiest putting surface. Definitely one of the more tricky ones on the course. 308 feet. The main goal on a lot of these holes on the Hideaway is going to be to hit that initial gap, and then obviously try to choose the disc that's going to do what you want after that. I'm going to go with this Joey Tamale Hex. Thanks to Joey for hooking me up with this last week. I'm looking to hit this gap with a little bit of turn out of the hand and just have it hold. There's that little bit of turn, definitely holding. And let's see if I'm in that ditch or if I slid across. There's still a few CO pink Nike dad hats available at otbdiscs.com, as well as some of my other merch. So if you want to support me, go check that out. Also, if you want a sweet hoodie like this one that glows in the dark, you got those and many more good things to support myself or your favorite players on the OTB Discs team. Pretty diverse squadron, I must say. And yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to support how you can. Okay, so as I get up here, I can see my disc right there in the ditch, and it looks like I turned it a little bit right. So it's good in a situation like this to kind of remind yourself what is the best way, the best shape for this hole. Now, as I look back at the tee box, I see this tree right here is really the one that I want to fly just a disc or 2 width right of, and that'll put me in line with this big gap right at the basket, whereas I overturned it right there, got through the initial gap, but I was holding turn, and yeah, it was a little bit right. So good sometimes to look back at a hole, especially these wooded intricate holes, to really figure out what's the best way to play it and what is my real aim point, so I'm not just being vague out there, and so you can play your best disc golf. Left myself a long look through these junipers. Gonna have to straddle to the right here. Now I'm gonna try to give it a soft Annie bid. See what we can do. Though there is a bit of a slope behind the green. Keeping you honest on this one. Oh, well, I ran it for you guys. And you know what, in the tournament I probably will too. Who am I kidding? Maybe I should learn the lesson though. Except for I'm really gonna learn my lesson off the tee box. Throw where I said. I'm not gonna have that putt ever again, so problem solved. Ming par through 3 isn't the worst. You'd definitely like to give yourself at least 1 or 2 good birdie looks though through the 3. Hole 4 is another par 3, plays gently up the hill. The tee box is also just ever so slightly sloped up the hill, creating a little bit more nuance on this dead straight shot. You got a gap out there about midway on the flight. That's really the main gap you got to hit. Working the disc on a right hand backhand from the left, moving a little bit to the right, and kind of fading back on a gentle flex or just a laser beam are the 2 ways you're going to play this one best. As a lefty, you have more of a hyzer flip backhand, trying to play for the fat right side of the green with some kind of a fairway is what I like. I'm going with the Athena. Something I noticed with the slight uphill on this tee, you almost need to force just barely a bit of late release to make sure you get your body through the shot. see if we can put one close here. But the main goal is going to be that initial gap and giving ourselves an opportunity. Oh no, just early out of the hand. Caught the main big tree and pretty punishing kick. See if we can scramble, keep our par train going. Okay, pretty rough lie here. That's definitely one of the difficulties of the Hideaway. Having some of those rough Texas lies. And I think my best bet is just gonna be a forehand roller. So I'm gonna bust out that Raptor. Just put it down, try to coin slot the wall of trees that's at Circle's Edge up there. Try to get through, aiming through the 2 junipers on the right side of it, just so I'm making sure to be specific. Did I hit the gap? Oh no, missed the gap I was going for. Caught one of the trees on the wall, but I felt like that was the best play just to give me up there, give me a long chance at a par save at worst, and if I get through the gap, then maybe I end up parking it. All right, let's put the Band-Aid on it. Well, apparently I missed my Band-Aid placement and we just bled our first stroke to the Hideaway. Definitely, of course, every hole is very birdieable. Some a little harder than others. But the trouble is there, that real Texas rough. Hole 6 is a tough par 4. Out of the woods and into the pasture. It offers a beautiful dichotomy. Hit the gap with whatever you feel most comfortable with. Depending on forehand or backhand, it's gonna make the gap a little bit different for you. I like to flip up forehand, play it at that tree in the center, out there right before you get to the open and try to skip around it. Out of bounds line on the left as you get out there through the gap, and a bunker of trees on the right to keep you honest. Snorlax, flip up right forehand. Oh, that's late, but late left is the great miss right there, and I just got out into the open. That is absolutely greasy, as Kevin Jones would say. Very manageable approach here. This is exactly where you want to be, out in the open. Nothing to get in the way of your swing except for you and the wind. I'm gonna go Raptor, cap wrap on that big backhand. Avoid the OB left. Make sure to hang it wide because we do have a little bit of head right to left. Ooh, there's that lift out of the head right to left that I expected. Well gauged. Thought it was a little bit too low. The wind saved it, and now the wind's flipping up. Is there a tornado? What's going on right now? I don't even know. But either way, we did the right thing. We got a putt. Got a little tombstone, or do you call it a land shark? Are you one of those people? Or if you're a Pokemon person, do you call it a Garchomp for birdie? Let's go. Whatever it is, if you can, replace those divots, kid. Let that beautiful grass keep on growing. Then you'll get the members bounce next time you play that particular hole. And maybe I got the preemptive members bounce through the left side of the gap. That's right, karma. Now we all know if you're gonna be the number one at anything, you gotta have the little stuff done right, like some good tee signage, solid tee boxes, and they've even added these beautiful juniper wood grain benches to every hole since last time I've been here. So the Hideaway keeps leveling up. Hole 7, definitely a short hole. Are they calling it a par 3? It's not a par 3, it's a par 4. I don't know, if you want to call it a par 3, fine. It's definitely not. Definitely a par 4. Tee sign says par 3. I don't know if this helicopter is affecting the mic, so I'll just wait. A gap that moves from the left to the right, leaving you a straight approach. This one suits the right hand forehand really well, or the left hand backhand. Right hand turnover gets a little more hairy with the way these limbs on the left up here have kind of grown in. I'm gonna go low, actually. I've been liking the low shot here with this Opto X Stiletto. and just try to get a big flare skip, remembering that the long left side on the forehand is the preferred miss, still giving you windows in. Or you can just saw it on the inside and get amazingly lucky. I might even be to a great spot. I don't even know anymore. Forgot to record this Luna turnout shot that I threw. Long birdie, still doable. I'm gonna have to hyzer this putt around the trees. Well, I focused on the hyzer and I hit that right. Just didn't hang it wide enough. Maybe it was a Luna putt, that was why. There's the width. Oh, Dikembe strikes again. Basketball putt through the slot. Hold on, hold on. Let's go, shout out. All right, if you don't believe I would have made that regular, I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. Par, bogey, par. Hole 8's another shorter par 4 at 453. Straight ahead is my preferred gap. It's going to be on the left side of the two gaps, but in my mind, this right side gap that's a little bit out of y'all's view is more of a faux gap. Unless you get to the very end of it, it kind of cuts off your angle. So I like this straight shot here. Then kind of deal with it after that. I'm going with that Joey Tamale Hex again. I like a mid-range on this shot, just to hold that gentle left to right shape for me. Cooked that one a little bit. Okay, this hex is pretty worst case scenario. I'm just gonna try to jam an Optolex stiletto forehand, skip it a million miles. Well, I think a par is savable, and I did the mistake you can't do, which is missing right on this tee shot. You gotta miss left. Let me tell you, being long can be useful on a course like this. Rubber blend zone. Birdie save, come on. Juice it to the next tee box, get the tree low. Thank you, tree. Shankopotamus, you'll take a par. Our replacement hole for skipping hole 5 a couple holes ago, if you guys remember, is going to be 8A, an island hole. Every great course needs an island hole. 231 railroad ties marking the long side, pond short. Beautiful shot. Pick your poison. A lot of different ways you can attack this one. I like the straight shot with the Luna as long as the wind is down. Try to give it a bit of a soft hyzer ace run. A little wide there, but a good soft shot landing me midway into circle 1. Okay, Luna, not that long, but definitely a little bit of a nervy putt with the right to left wind, elevated basket. But when you only allow yourself to see that positive image of the make, it don't matter. There we go. Nabbed one of the must-get birdies on this course, and definitely one of the more fun holes to play. It's important to remember as you're here on the tee of hole 9, likely a backup hole because it's a tough par 4, to call the grill, get yourself a burger ordered so that when you're done with this hole, you can stop at the turn before you start the back 9, eat your burger. I'm gonna have to charge my phone up to film the back 9, so I might as well stop, get me a little food, support local business like the Hideaway, par 4, straight shot off the tee, couple different windows to attack to the left. Make sure to avoid that mandatory up there on the left with the pink tape on that tree there. Got to stay right of it. I like putter, trying to play for the first gap, shooting left towards the basket. But really, you just want to keep it clean on this one. Take what you get because the approach is hard to repeat. A little bit of turn on the Luna. Oh, and just too high. Caught that limb over there. I think the shape was going to work out. See if we can scramble for birdie. If not, par will be fine on that position. You know what? I saw duct tape covering the scan, the QR code, and the number for the grill. So maybe just walk into the grill, go order the food. Shouldn't take too long. assuming you're not here on the Go Throw Tour, because hopefully we're going to see you guys out here and it's going to be popping Saturday, Sunday. And then you might have a line, and that's fine. Really tough position here. Anytime you're short of the gap, you're not going to be too happy. I'm going to go forehand roller with my flippy hatchet and just say a prayer to Jesus. Come on, go left. Okay, hit the back wall of trees. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully there's an approach window, at least a doorway. Oh yeah, bend it around the outside. Turn that corner. Whoa, whoa. Never mad at a par on hole 9. It's an elusive birdie for sure. You just don't want to have it hurt your scorecard. Okay, I'm hungry. Need to charge the phone for a second for this back 9. So we're gonna go into the Hideaway Grill. We're gonna get a burger. We'll see you guys after.